thought in the first half, Pitt played extremely well. They did a good job of closing the half. I remember when it was 30-30, and then obviously the next thing I know, it was 38-30 at the half. Our guys completely came out and fought. I thought defensively we were very active. In the second half, we did a good job on Henson, who had made 3 3-pointers at the half, and then obviously finished 3 for 10. I thought Lowe was really aggressive for them, was able to get into the painted area and make some things happen. Here's the deal. I can look at this stat sheet 100 times. Pitt played great in the first half. We played great in the second half. We were 6 for 15 from the free throw line. And you're not going to win any games when you go 6 for 15. And when they stepped up, I think they were plus 12 against our free throws. They were 18 for 20. And if you're looking at someone who's very disappointed because those are so valuable in possession games. And tonight we didn't step up and make our free throws. And honestly, I think that cost us the game. Questions?
Other than the free throws, Kevin, I mean, what else do you feel like was the difference in this game? Pretty tight game other than that. Yeah,
Chip, to be honest with you, I'm gonna dial back on it. We were 6 for 15, and that's just not good enough. We have to step up to the line and make them, and that's the biggest difference in the game. Look, we won pretty much every category if you want. We made more 3-pointers than them. We lost the rebounding. We had 11 assists, 6 turnovers. They had 9 and 10. It was an equal game if you throw it out and I show you one team was 18 for 20 and one team was 6 for 15. That's the ball game. I can go back, I can watch tape and I can evaluate it, and I say we could have, made this possession, or we could have got this rebound here. But at the end of the day, we have to step up and knock our free throws down.
Kevin, the first 10 minutes or so, they drove to the basket and got a lot of layups. Was that something that you guys were doing defensively? Did you make any adjustments, or was it an effort kind of thing?
Well, when you're guarding a team that can shoot it so well from 3, that is an advantage if they start driving the ball, because we're trying to run them off the 3-point line. And I thought they did a good job early on keeping us unbalanced and those type of things. So we were trying to defend the 3-point line. This is the 3rd team in a row that can really shoot the ball from behind the arc. I mean, guys, they make 5 3-pointers for the entire game. And this is a 3-point shooting team. Blake Henson was 3 for 10, and we missed 9 free throws.
But they didn't have as much success after that first 10 minutes. Did you guys do something different, or was it just your defensive intensity picked up a little bit?
No, I just think they went back to who they are. Teams have an identity at this point, and the first half may have been an effort to drive the ball, but later on they decided to take threes, and I thought we did a good job of defending them for the most part. I just I'm frustrated. Our guys didn't mean to miss the free throws, but at the end of the day, you have to make those.
I guess at what point did you realize that DJ Burns would be the bus driver and that every possession should go through him?
We knew JC coming in that we had an advantage. Those guys are talented, but not very big guys inside, and so we wanted to go inside early and see what they double us. And it was good for us to see the ball go in the hole for him. I thought he did a really good job being patient. The 1 or 2 times they did trap him, I thought he found people and made some plays off of that.
Was there anything different for him? Is he healthier, or anything that allowed him to? Because he's had other opportunities. You've tried to play through him before, and he hasn't had this kind of success.
Yeah, I just think what we've done, Luke, in the last couple of days is kind of watched a lot of tape with him where we showed him. He's been early on. He's been waiting for the double team, and he's almost actually fallen in love with passing the ball. And so we said, go early. Go make your move early, and then if those guys, if they send someone at you, then you make a play. And I think early he started, he was a little bit more offensive minded than I thought he's been before. He's been, lately he's been a pass first big and then try to score second.
Last 2 games, Jaden and Casey both played well. Didn't happen tonight for you.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to win games when neither one of them are on?
Well, I didn't think they played well today, but I thought the guys who came in gave us a lift in certain ways. Neither one of those guys, especially JT, I didn't feel like he had it tonight. And typically with him, he's the guy who's really causing havoc on our defense, on other teams' defense, and he didn't pressure the ball well. He didn't, it was one of those games, and guys have games like that. I thought when we put some other guys, I thought Dennis Parker gave us good minutes. I thought Breon did too. We were able to go a little bit bigger with Mo. But shit, we got to make our free throws. Like at the end of the day, we have to make our free throws. And I know you guys got a job and you got to ask questions, but you watch the game, and through some point through the game, everybody in here be like, what are they from the free throw line? Because I was saying the same thing. Like, that's what it is. Like, it's probably a different outcome, hopefully, if we step up to the line and we make them. But we didn't, and that's a problem. And that's something that we gotta be able to make those guys make free throws going down the stretch. We've had plenty of games where we won the game from the free throw line, but tonight wasn't it.
It feels like there's a little room for error now to kind of reach your ultimate goal and make it to March. Does this kind of game accelerate those feelings?
No, it's a great game. Look, everybody's in the thick of it. We're one of the teams, I told our guys today, we're one of the teams that, what's the day, February 7th, I think? And you're still playing for something. You still, have an opportunity. At the end, you're trying to, build everything you can to get to March and see what it looks like. And, we'd won 2 games at home. It was really good. It was an opportunity to win another one. And it's going to go down to the stretch with our league. It's going to go down to all the way to the last few games in early March to determine, who has that opportunity.
What message did you convey to your team after the game?
Make free throws. That was it. I mean, I can't say much.
Right.
When you look at it, I went in there and said, hey, we have to make free throws. If we don't make free throws, then it's hard to beat anybody in this league. You look back at every game that we have played. Most of our games, outside of 2 or 3, have been possession games. And we have stepped up and we made them. We made them in Wake Forest. We made them different places. When we played Wake Forest, we did not make them. And so I could be nitpicky about a lot of things. But when we go 6 for 15 and the other team goes 18 for 20, and it's a three-point game, it's not much more you can say.
Can you accentuate the positives and say, hey, you got 40% left of your ACC schedule. This thing is still not done. There's a lot left ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and we do that. I talked about all of the good that we have done, but at the end of the day, the first thing that I wrote on the board is 6 for 15. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a time to talk about positive stuff, which it is. We've done some good things, and we're in a good position, but we have to make our free throws.
Kevin, in the locker room after the game, the guys mentioned a lack of energy. Did you sense that before the game, or at some point in the first half?
I didn't think our energy guy was an energy giver early, and that I go back to JT. We typically have him on the basketball, and he's harassing guys, and typically the other 4 guys behind him usually go with his energy. I didn't think we were aggressive enough. I don't know if it was energy or not. But I thought we picked it up. We had our runs in the first half, and obviously I thought Pitt finished the half the right way.
Obviously, every game is important, but how important is the opportunity now on Saturday to go into Wake Forest and have a chance at that big one?
Yeah, I mean, Corey, these games are great. I mean, this is probably, in my 7 years here, this is probably the closest, parity of guys who anybody in this league can beat you in all the games. Most of them are good. They're one-offs. You look at, Georgia Tech, who's played great at home, and against Wake they had a one-off, and maybe that's because Wake was really good. But for the most part, all of these games are 1 or 2 possession games at the half and go down to the wire, and that's why I'm a little disappointed because we didn't make our shots when we had free ones. But they're all possession games. Wake's playing really good basketball. So was Pitt.